What you suggest? Should I inform the school perhaps anonymously in order to ensure they are aware? Why is this? Yeah, he's your child. He's your child. He's your responsibility. If there is trouble with your child, it is your responsibility. This question means that you are trying to put your responsibility on somebody else. Okay, you aren't a child and you aren't a teenager. If you are somewhere like above 30, 35 years of age, you definitely understand that, like, okay, in general, putting your responsibility on somebody else, it's always a bad idea. It just moves you nowhere. It takes away an opportunity to develop or something. But anyway, okay, let's talk based on the parenting process. Who can ever take responsibility for your child? Who can ever build your child awareness, wisdom? Who can ever help your child cope with his problems? But parents. Like, if you cannot do this, he's your child. Okay, you have 2 other children as well. You have 3 children. You have 3 children and you cannot figure out problems with them. They are 3. You go to school, any teacher, he has dozens of children on top of his own that he has at home. School is just his work that he spends a few hours and that's basically it. He has his whole life besides the school. And you want to put your responsibility to a person who has dozens of those children, and those children aren't his children. It is just his job. If you cannot cope with your child, ask qualitative support, ask qualitative psychological support. This is what I'm doing. Contact me. I can figure out everything. This is my work. If you cannot do this alone, but putting your responsibility on school director or school teacher who has dozens of children. Recently I had a client. I fixed the critical problem within the family, and it took me the situation was rather critical, and it took me 28 calls. First 4 weeks, 5 calls a week. For the first month, for the first 4 weeks, we did 5 calls a week, 20 calls in total. And the second month, second 4 weeks, we did 2 calls a month, 2 calls a week. It is 8 calls a month. So in total, I fixed the critical problem. The situation is nice. No one has trouble anymore. Everyone is common. But it took me 28 calls. 28 calls, 30 minutes each. It is 14 hours. Again, because I did a qualitative work. I worked through different aspects of life and put everything together and did practice and everything. Practical exercises personally, different things. It took me 14 hours to fix the critical problem. Okay, take any of the school team. Who has this time for every child? Like, even in case they have this intention, but it is not their job. It is not their job. They have the certain chores. And parenting children isn't their duty. Yeah. Parenting children, nobody at school has a duty to parent children. To teach them, yes. To train them, yes. But to parent them, no. It took me 14 hours. Who among a school team can have 14 hours for every child? Nobody. It's like impossible. It's theoretically nobody is going to take your responsibility. It is your child and your responsibility. On one hand, on the other hand, they don't have this time. So you either will take this responsibility, okay, I can help you here, but you have to take this responsibility, you have to admit, okay, I need help, I cannot do this alone, and try to find a person who will help you. But just replace to somebody, bad idea.